I had to spend a whole year at Langata Women Maximum Prison, which is the largest correctional facility for women in this country. They knew too well that I didn't deserve that conviction. Going behind bars with my infant daughter robbed her of her first year in this world, making memories with her loved ones. My first job.
You are a?
Guess.
I don't know. A pilot, someone.
I look like a cabin crew.
Yeah.
No, I worked within the hotel industry. You haven't changed much. Waweru was chubby. Yes. This is the first team of formerly imprisoned women and men. That time we used to do men as well. Give this photo to Auntie Diana for her to see. 81% of all the women who've been through the criminal justice system did not get access to legal representation. If we've taken them through the justice system and didn't hear them out because they were not legally represented, they've come out to the same problem, the same issue. For us at CleanSat, we just want to see a user-friendly criminal justice system.
It's not too much.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
Yeah. We want to welcome Gonyo back into the free world. She just got her freedom after 23 full years. She's then going to leave to go to the city center. She's going to the government offices where she's going to get her ID, getting back into the system.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's the basic step-by-step of reintegrating back into society. We believe that those who are closest to the problem are also very close to the solutions.
So far, we have trained at least 178 women in 9 prisons across Kenya. Yeah. We intend to expand our scope to 20 counties and 20 prisons across Kenya. And by the end of the year, we intend to have trained at least 400 women.
Fundraising for this critical and urgent work has not been that easy. The unfortunate part is you think everyone will be drawn into the work and see the need and therefore fund, but then it's only opened another Pandora box. You're now having to deal with the injustices in the area that you want to bring change, and then the power imbalances in the funding world. And the unfortunate truth is that even as you're trying to bring the change that you're so committed to, you're forced and pushed to go over and above to convince those with the resources that indeed you're the right person, that you can be trusted. I felt I had to overcome too many layers to get to where we are at today. But the more the funding world and the philanthropies believe and trust in you as the leader of your movement, your community, follows through.
Media platform was shut down, according to the watchdog Netflix. That came in the wake of a call by the Ethiopian.
I ran Seeds for over 13 years. Throughout the 13 years of running the organization, I saw the issues that I'm trying to solve now very clearly. I was often not really considered an expert. I wasn't given enough funding to grow. But at the same time, I can see an American or a Western person who's starting something very similar in Ethiopia or in Kenya or in Tanzania and raising millions of dollars. And it always just brought this question to me, why is this happening? If I'm gonna stay in this philanthropic space, the next thing I do has to be to work for a funder so that I can find a way to make a slight change into this challenge that I know that I've faced and I know other leaders on the continent face. So today's conversation is to figure out what else the comms team, the development team needs from partners so that we can add it all in one thing once a year. Obviously, there will be times we'll add stuff as we need it.
Thank you, Katie. My name is Atti Worku, and I am the other co-CEO of the African Visionary Fund.
So far, we have raised $6.5 million to invest in African visionaries.
I think the African Visionary Fund has finally gotten it right. Unburdensome application, unrestricted funding. I have just arrived back from the Skoll World Forum, thanks to the African Visionary Fund, because they understand that it's getting close and proximate to the funders that helps us to get to know each other and cut the deals. That's the beginning of funding. And what they've done by that is open more funding avenues for Clean Start's work.
Good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're coming from. We are lucky enough to have our whole team together in Nairobi for this event, and we're so excited that you're here. Our long-term goal is to change how the philanthropic community views and funds African leaders. We're here today to unveil our third cohort of partners who are all proximate champions that uplift their communities with unique, transformative development solutions.
Visionaries should not have to spend 40 to 200 hours per quarter filling out grant applications. We will go now with Cyprian Omolo from Clean Start Solutions.
We work with women, children, and girls impacted by the criminal justice system. And so far, we have impacted about 4,000 women, formerly imprisoned and imprisoned women.
We always say that the people who are affected by the problem are best positioned to solve that problem. But if the money is not going to the people who are affected by the problem or to the people who live in a particular country, then the solutions are not going to be whole. I would like for once to see a partner set out a goal, not a goal that is put to them by a funder, but their own goal as an organization, and they have the resources to actually achieve that. That's success.